Hello everybody, welcome to the Certain Magical Index 3, Episode 7, the quick review. So this episode had there was one, scene in particular where the animation was not great, but one thing I will say, backgrounds are top notch, backgrounds are top tier. I will absolutely, give credit. And the animation, sometimes not being as great, doesn't really bother me, so, I'm very much enjoying myself, if you couldn't tell, which is all I can really ask for. But anyway, this episode begins, and it's a travesty. It's the most serious thing that could possibly happen in this series. Toma's class have got no food, so they have to escape the school, run to the store, buy food, and get back before anyone realizes that I can't even finish the sentence. I have to. I thought it was quite funny. I remember I not giggled. I'm not a little schoolgirl. I chuckled. Chuckled is the good word. When I was reading the book as well, because I thought this was quite funny, this whole part. So Toma ends up getting chased by the big muscly teacher. I just don't know how to describe him other than that. But he's saved by Itsuwa. What's she doing in the Academy City? And I'm not complaining because she's kind of best girl. But yeah, she basically says, "Hey, I'm there. We're here to protect you from Aqua at the back." All the Amakusa are also there, but she's like his bodyguard, and they're watching from a distance just in case anything goes wrong. And the Amakusa are secretly a bunch of perverts. They're all talking about Itsuwa's boobs. And then Misaka runs into them, and they teleport in front of her. So she's probably like, that's a bit weird. But not before they kick a football at Toma's head, right into Itsuwa's boobs. Very, very skilled, I will say. And then Misaka's like, "Hey, why are you doing that?" So they run away. They run away back to the apartment where Index is less than pleased. She's like, "What is she doing here?" I'm like, I thought they liked each other. Why is Index being a bit of a dick? But then Itsuwa is basically the best. She's actually cooking and cleaning, and Toma's like, Index, you can learn from this. Go and clean the bathroom. And she's like, okay. But then Maika shows up, the maid, Tsuchimikado's sister, and gets jealous of that Itsuwa's cooking is so good, so she decides she's going to cook one that's better for Tsuchimikado. Meanwhile, while that's going on, Index somehow managed to destroy the bathtub. I'm not gonna question how or why. Sometimes things happen, But then, hey, Itsuwa can drive a motorbike or ride a motorbike, but I'm gonna say ride, but drive makes sense in my head. Yeah. And they go into a underground bathhouse. They're seeing the background with the thing. I don't know what to call it, but it was nice. It looked really good. So then at the bathhouse, Misaka's there, runs to Index and Itsuwa, and they have a little fan service off, I guess. And then she almost drowns. She passes out in the water. And after that, Toma and Itsuwa go for a walk, essentially. And it's nice, The backgrounds are nice. They're having a little chat about basically nothing, but it's still nice to see. But then Aqua at the back shows up. He's already beaten all the Amakusa because he's a saint, as I think we find out. And Itsuwa and Toma get pretty destroyed. Toma gets skimmed across the water, when you would throw rocks and skim across. Basically that, just with a human. It was pretty impressive. But then Aqua's like, "You have a day to cut off your arm and give it to us. Otherwise, I'm going to kill you." And it's like, oh, alright. He's not going to do that because he's the main character. He's got to have his power. Or he could replace his arm with a robot arm. Get a Mega Man arm cannon. No, it wouldn't be cool. But yeah, then the episode kind of ends. Itsuwa's kind of shocked. She's like, "Damn, I couldn't do anything." She kind of collapses to her knees. We don't know if the Amakusa are alive, but if you watch the preview, they're in it, so yeah, they're alive still. Kanzaki was in the preview, so she's going to show up next episode. We're probably going to get a saint off. I say probably. This is the last arc that I've read, so after this, probably maybe either one or two more episodes. After that, I'm in the clueless. I have no idea what's going on, which is gonna be I think I'm probably gonna be really I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it a lot. But I enjoyed this episode a lot too. Like I said, the animation during the scene in Toma's room was weirdly not great. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't unwatchable, like absolute garbo. But it definitely was noticeable that it took a hit. But that's fine. Also, good that Itsua's back because she is the best girl, as I previously mentioned. And yeah, that was this. Not a lot. This episode was very setupy, but Aqua the back is a beast. So very excited for next week when are we gonna get the big fight next week? I don't remember. This, ironically, although this is the book I read most recently, it's probably the one I remember the least. Because I remember the last two arcs way more than this one. I completely forgot about the football scene and the bath scene. I completely forgot about. I forgot about the motorbike. I remember things a bit later on, but yeah, I think this probably gonna get 2 more episodes for this light novel. But yeah, that was this week. Next week, it'll be good. I think next week's gonna be very like Itsuwa focused. She's gonna be like the main character of that episode, if that makes sense. So that's exciting, and I'll see you then.